Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Battle Scroll for Gallet. There is a brand new FAQ, and I will say straight up, this is one of the best FAQs we have had in a long time for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I don't remember getting this excited for an FAQ since the one that hit, say, mid-winter for just after Age of Sigmar 2nd edition launch. So maybe these first major FAQs after an edition are actually pretty good. So, with that said, we're going to go through everything that's in this FAQ. There's a bunch of stuff that's changed. We're not going to go through the points. The points are out there. Plenty of people have talked about them. They didn't really shift all that much, in all honesty. Unless you like Slaanesh, I don't think you really had major shifts in your points. And obviously, Lumineth and Skaven changed, and so did Tzeentch, all apparently because books are coming out. Same with Sylvaneth. There's a lot to discuss in points, but I think that's been, tired subject. And points are points, though. Points don't make or break the game, I think, as much as many people think. What breaks and makes the game for me is these sort of FAQs. These changes that we know needed to happen. And so, let's go through them. First of all, Stormcast Eternal's got two big changes. The first one is Thunderbolt Volley. So same restrictions as this always had, except you can't use it on a reinforced unit. This is pretty cool. I like this. I think this definitely stops, like 6 or 9 Lawn Strikes being a massive issue, or 15 Judicators, or even like 9 Castigators doing this is not particularly fun to play against. I think limiting this to, like 3 models will definitely still see it be a thing used. I think this, especially in the age of infantry, this sees a lot more use now with things like Raptors with Hurricane crossbows or Judicators with crossbows and stuff like that. Models that are going to put out more shots per bang. I think this definitely sees that sort of thing of like trying to use this to clear screens. I think it's definitely still a usable thing. It now, instead of being something that wipes out a target, this is what you would use to clear out a screen or get rid of that unit that's tying up your unit from moving later in the turn, instead of being, an outright damage dealing, removing ability to take something off the table top of turn 1. This now probably does what you would want it to do in the game. Oh no, I failed to kill 4 Witch Elves in that unit, and now my concussors or whatever, your Dracothian Guard can't move. Now you can clear them out, and I think this is a positive change. The other one was Stormdrake Guard. They lost their Draconic Onslaught, the hero phase move. In how it's changed now is once per battle in your charge phase, you can say they will unleash their Draconic Onslaught, and they'll get to reroll charge rolls for that phase. So it's a free rerollable charge. It's not using a command point, meaning you can have this reroll charge on this unit, on as many Dracothian Guard units as you want, and still reroll a charge with something else in your army. Another good change. Like, it's still a good ability, I think. For me, this Draconic Onslaught thing, this is cool. You use this on the unit, and now your unit of Fulminators can still reroll a charge as well. Living City was another change, and one that definitely needed to happen. I mean, the Strike and Melt Away ability never actually was Melt Away. It was charge up into combat. Now you have to end your move more than 9 inch away from enemy units. Exactly as it should be. It's aiming to get your archers in close, shoot them, shoot your opponent, and then move away. A nice ability. So what this is really cool for is potentially getting your archers completely out of threat range, being able to bring them in from the table edge, shoot, and then move back, so you're completely out of a response range from your opponent, which is nice. And then lastly, Seraphon Coalesce. Change the Scaly Skin battle trait to subtract 1 from the damage inflicted by each successful attack, the same as it was, however, to now Saurus Kroxigor on monster keyword units. This, and still to a minimum of 1. This is good. This stops, like Skink Spam being, -1 damage. And a lot of that sort of stuff. It should be on the Saurus Kroxigors and monsters that we're trying to get coalesced armies to play with in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Moving on, we have Grand Alliance Chaos. Now, Broken Realms Be'lakor has changed Legion of the First Prince, so no longer does he have the pass-off. You now add 1 to hit and wound rolls for attacks made by Be'lakor while he's within 18 inch of at least 1 friendly unit from each of the following War Scrolls: Bloodletters, Horrors, Plague Bearers, and Demonettes. So, yeah, there's no longer a lot of like passing off wounds. Hedon Knights of Slaanesh got a bunch of big points drops, which is nice. All really positive there on a bunch of units. Blitzbarb Archers to 140 is a really good thing, as long as like Cymberus Twin Souls and Myrmidesh Painbringers and Sigvald all coming down. Blades of Khorne, I think, is the big one. This pretty much here removes the setback to 0 with blood type, so you now get to keep the unspent blood type points. This is a really positive change. I was all the proponent. To be honest, I wouldn't care so much if blood type reset to 0 if all other armies reset to 0. It just needed to be one way or the other. And I think they, obviously with this and how they've done other armies, because Blades of Khorne, we need to remember, were one of the early armies in the game. So they needed to make the summoning either all work like this or all work the other way. And I'm fine whichever way it went. Every army, I probably might have preferred every army going to Blades of Khorne and having summoning points reset, but it is what it is. This is how they've changed, and this is a positive move for Blades of Khorne because now they act like every other army in the game. Moving on, Death, Flesh Eater Courts now just have a 6-up ward standard. They have an army-wide. They don't need to be within range of heroes and stuff like that, which is all really good. The only one now, I think, for Death that needs that is Soulblight Gravelords. So that's something. And then Ossiarch Bone Reapers, both Necropolis Stalkers and Immortus Guards become battle line if a Mortician is your general. Nice, solid. This allows, more varied armies for Bone Reapers because they do have a quite limited model range. It means you're no longer having to choose between Mortek and Kavalos Death Riders. You can make a much more elite Ossiarch Bone Reapers force if you want to. Yeah, positive changes for Death. And then Destruction. For me, we'll get to the one that I really love. So first of all, Orruk Warclans. First of all, there was the Gut Rippers pitch battle profile that changed, where for every Gut Rippers unit you include in your army, you can take one Hobgrot Slitters unit as battle line. This is a really good upgrade. This will actually get bodies on the table. I think we probably still need to see points decreases in Hobgrots and Gut Rippers, but this is a really positive change. The Grinam Blades for the Kruleboyz as well is another really positive change, where they just can't be seen if your enemy's more than 12 inches away, which is really nice. So I just really like that ability. That's going to make them much more survivable. This will be really good because once you're in 12-inch range, and well, because you can see over 12 inch, this makes Bolt Boy armies in Grinam Blades actually quite cool. Next, we have Bone Splitters, where they've all just got a 6-2 hits instead of 1 on a melee hit roll. This is exactly as it always should be. It's now no longer, unit size dependent on anything like that. And lastly, Gloomspike Gitz. I think this army, for the whole, for me, is the one that got so much. And I hope this is how we're going to see stuff in a new battle tome that's coming. In fact, we got stuff here, makes me worry. Are we not going to see a Gloomspike Gitz battle tome? Is it instead going to be like the 2 destruction ones going to be Ogres and Sons? But these are really positive changes. First of all, Frothing Zealot got added to all the MoonClan units that were Gobblepalooza members. All the Gobblepalooza members got a nice change. I don't think that's actually here. And so we've got Frothing Zealots. If a friendly MoonClan unit receives the rally command while it's affected by the light of the bad moon, you can return one slain model to a unit for each 4+ instead of 6. That replaces reroll 1s, which is cool. I like the idea of rallying. Like, you've got lots of models in Grots. This is going to be really cool. Troggoths no longer reroll any of the dice when doing their heals. Instead, they get +1 save while under the light of the bad moon, which is pretty cool. And then the Bad Moon Loon Shrine. This is the big one here for me, for Gloomspike Gitz, where the Bad Moon Shrine itself counts as a Bad Moon for units wholly within 12 inch of the terrain feature. This is really cool. You stick all your Grots near it, all your Wizards are +1 to cast around it, you're doing damage if your opponent tries to get up and close to it, you're getting Trolls with +1 save around it. This is a really good upgrade for Gloomspike Gitz. I really like this. I think maybe some points changes maybe need to happen in addition, but this is all really positive stuff. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the battle scroll. There was, issues addressed, like Stormcast issues, Living City issues, Seraphon issues. And then there were underpowered armies, Blades of Khorne, Gloomspite Gits, Bonesplayers, Kruleboyz, all given good updates in this. I think this is a really, really positive update. What are your thoughts on the Battle Scroll? Are there things they missed for you? I think the one thing they missed is obviously the move in each hero phase for the Lumineth Fox, but I would say Lumineth issues are going to be solved in that upcoming Battle Tome we know is coming. We've seen the pictures of that Battle Tome already. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. And so, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by joining our Patreon or YouTube members, or grabbing some channel merch off our merch store on Teespring, which is on our YouTube store as well. You can also come chat with me and other members of our little community here and our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description, along with the Patreon and YouTube members links. And as a special shout out to all those Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, and Giapi390. And a special thank you to our YouTube members, Greenroots Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Locke Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Sean Scott, Pink Nico Fire, and Robin Mankiller as well. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to everyone who comes on the channel and helps us create everything we do. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.